Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be taking a look at a classic Acid Bassline with Mi-03 Bassline. We're going to Oge. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jade. This is How to App on iOS. I hope you're all doing good. We're going to take a look at apps, of course, because that's what we do on this channel, is concentrate on making music and such, and tutorials and all that kind of jazz. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our Wart Warriors. You too can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the join button, and for $1 a month or the link below, and you get custom emojis and it helps out the channel and all that kind of stuff. Today we're going to do some bass, yeah. And so this app just got updated an hour before today's show with a massive UI update. So that's been fun. Today's featured artist is, of course, Vero with her brand new track. It's Red. We'll play it at the end of the song. Hello, Wild Bill, Ed B, Metal, Thomas Christ, Manny Vibes, Joe and Barry, possibly Glenn. Who else? Ellie, what's happening? Covered by CQ. Axiom, what's going on? Ashley HM. Boom. Brad Examples in the house. Well, so if I scroll through quickly, as Thomas is slinging links like a goddamn mofo. Patreons tomorrow if you want to join. We've got lots of wheel stuff tomorrow. It's a really good time. There you go. Delayed reaction, super chats, all that kind of stuff. And, hey, we've got Daz here as well, who's the developer of the app, who just dropped, as I said, this update an hour before I'm doing the show. So that's wild. I love this kind of stuff. Living on the edge, man. Living on the edge, trying to do a tutorial and getting used to all this new. It's a fantastic update. I'm so glad the update came before doing the show, because it's really kicked it into a second gear. Awesome stuff. All right, let's jump over to the Beat community as we do every day. Thebeatcommunity.com is a great place to go to get updates on iOS, samples, expansions, desktop software, all that fancy stuff. Chemol K has updated autofills. The MIDI wrist has been uploaded into a bundle, it looks like. Audio Damage have apps on sale. Four Pockets has some apps on sale. Audio Kit Pro update with King of FM has a nice new bank in it, and I can't remember if it's on sale. Scalar EQ is happening this week on the show coming. You're not going to want to miss Scalar EQ. It is just bonkers. It is such a great app. I've had it on desktop for ages, but now it's on iOS. It's so good. Ed Metal is in the house. What's going on? Quick drive-by. Audio Kit dropped their new update this week, with my presets in it, so go check that out. It's a free update. All that jazz. Price drops, MIDI strummer, Digisticks, progressions, all from Four Pockets, down to $8.99. Studio Mini is going down from $4.99 to free. I think it has in-app purchases. Quanta granular synth is a couple of bucks off. Enzo Looper $6.99. Replicant, that's rad, is half price, $12.99 to $6.99. Continuous $9.99 to $4.99. Lots of good savings there. Kashiba, Yakawa, Kajita, all on sale for $4.99. K7D tape delay $4.99. Frames is on sale. Shift Bud, heaps of stuff on sale. Go check it out. I'm using AppSlice to get these prices. There's a link in the description if you want to go get that link. The link looks like this, and when you save it to your favorites, every time you load it each day like this, click, it takes you straight to the music apps that are on sale and avoids every other app. So the link is way down the bottom in the description if you want to do that. We are taking a look at this. Before we get into it, we got some crazy solar storms going. Let's talk about that. We got some solar storms going on at the moment. Man, the next 2 days are going to be so much fun. Look at that. We are at a G4 solar storm at the moment. 6. 6 CMEs, 6 X-Class. So we had 5 X-Class solar flares directed at Earth, 1 M-Class solar flare. There's going to be some auroras, folks. So, yeah, this is one of the most savage solar storms we've had in a long time. Look at that aurora. Look at that. That is going on, man, at the moment. It is wild stuff happening. The Earth is getting battered right now by solar storms. Don't worry, it's not a kill shot. It's not gonna be an EMP, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of power stations having some problems. Internet's going down. So there's been some warnings from the government and stuff. So people are paying attention. So if the internet gets a bit rough over the weekend, you know what's happening. Yeah, they're expecting if it gets to a G5 solar storm, you may be able to see it way down in the mid of America. So, and we'll probably see it tonight over the auroras. They should be spectacular. Awesome stuff. So we're taking a look at this baby today, Mi-03 Bassline. It is by Daz, who's here in the audience with us. Thanks for joining the chat. Love it when developers join along. It is on sale at the moment too, which is rad. It went on sale, got a huge update, and got us a drop of $1. So $3.99 it's normally worth. If you get it today, it's $2.99 US. What is it? Well, it's essentially a 303, yeah? That's do you know what a 303 is? If you don't, this is the original 303, Roland TB303. Yeah, it's a bass synthesizer, and that's what this lovely little thing is. It's really nice and simple and easy to use, and I know there's lots of other apps out there that do this, but hey, if you're dipping your toe into 303s for the first time, this is like a $3 proposition to get yourself into it and have a muck around. I normally do a little project at the start of the show where I've got something pre-set up, but today we're doing something a little bit different, yeah. Dan Eckberg, what's going on? Good to see you. Yep, Thomas, thanks for posting the link, Thomas. There's Russ. Hey, what's going on, Russ8889? If you missed the interview I did with Russ yesterday, come and check it out. Man, we got a great interview this week. It's all confirmed. Oh, I'm so excited. We got an artist who was formerly on The Voice USA. She's an amazing singer, Savannah Woods. She's coming on this week for an interview. I'm so pumped. She's just finished her UK tour. She's heading back to the US. She's coming and spending some time with me. And before she heads out on tour across the US. Very, very lucky to have her come on the show. You wait till you hear her songs. They are mint. Very exciting stuff. All right, let's split over to AUM where we have this setup. Not too much. No, I'm glad it's all good, Daz. We're good because, you know, I've been around the block a few times, if you know what I mean. I can pick shit up pretty quick, so we're okay. You can see here I've got a little sneaky LFO over in the corner here. We'll reintroduce that later. We've just got a 4 on the floor with a kick, and this is the interface, and there's nothing set up. I'm just going to start bassing out, yeah? Get some bass going, yeah? All right, so we'll hit the 4 on the floor. I'll shut up and just start making some sounds here. wicked fun. So let's get into it. Let's have a look at what's going on with this thing, and we'll clear all this. I'm going to just start by clearing a brand new, we'll do a brand new track. Actually, we'll clear this out, and I'll reload it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just do a MIDI and audio and audio. We'll put in a drum here, so I'm going to use a hammerhead again just to give us a kick. We'll set that up. Let's get in and mess around with this thing. Why are you not loading hammerhead for me? You did this to me the other day. It sucks. Weird shit. Nice. Load another one. See if it works this time. Man. There we go. Okay, so MI. Boom. With the smiley face. Hey, Ed Zielinski, what's going on? E-Urban, good to see you. So this interface has changed a little bit. Let me show you what it looked like. Now, see if you can notice the differences. If we oge back over to here. It looks, has it been updated here? It's been updated here on the website, but on the manual, where is the manual? I can't remember where the manual is, but there, the manual is a little bit different. Still has the old, that's the old look. There it is from the video. So it's had quite a few little changes. Princess LDG's here for a drive-through. So if you notice down here, a whole lot of this has changed. We've got some things up the top here, which you can see it's a whole lot more fancier looking, paying to get. What's going on? Good to see you. Leanie, hello, hello, hello. So let's jump in and have a look at this stuff. First thing, let's go across from the top. We've got a little smiley face. That is the logo of this app. Just so you know, you'll see it stands out like dog's balls. Host sync. This is going to connect to your DAW. So if you hit play, it's going to play along with the DAW. So you want to host this if you're using it in Logic or in here in AUM, something like that, go ahead and do it. I'm going to head up here and connect my MIDI keyboard as well, just so that's good. We've got a swing, so we can add some swing to these beats as well. Double click and it's going to come back to 0, go up to increase, 0 to go into the minuses, double tap to bring back to 0, good stuff. There are now some presets. Now there were no presets in this when it first dropped. And that's awesome. So you've got some stuff to kick off with. You can save a preset, hit your save button, and up will come your little save preset section. Type it in what you want. You can delete a preset by hitting the bin. If you hit this little thing here, this will take you to the website, which we've already seen. Yeah, so that'll take you there. Good stuff. Yeah, well, hey, look, Daz, at least there are some presets now, so I'm stoked. This makes a lot easier. So we've got a waveform here as well. So we've gone across the top. Here we are at our next section, and here is our waveform. So if we kick off a note, which we'll come back to the top there. Let's talk about the sequencer, because this is where all the action happens. Now you've got it set to bypass when you load it up for the first time. We've got a sequencer and an arpeggiator. So the sequencer is basically runs off this sequencer. The arpeggiator is going to run off me playing keys on my external MIDI keyboard. Yeah, so that's how that's going to work. We're going to stick with the sequencer. And there, oops, wrong button. And there's a play up here, and I'm going to hit that. So now it's all ready to go. If I hit play in our DAW, you can see our transport is moving. So just so you know, host sync, sequencer, hit play, and we're all good. So we are moving along our sequence here. How do we add a note? Notes are down here. So down on this third from the bottom line, we have note on. Slide on, in note on is a solid circle. So we've now got our first note going on. We can add a slide over here. All right. So if I drag, now here are our notes. We can choose our notes along here by lifting up what's in the scale. We'll get to scales. So you can hear it sliding now. Now, if we change that to a solid dot, we're getting a secondary note. All right. Let's change it to a slide. We've got our glide up here as well. So we can do all of that stuff. Let's take it up here. Boom. Make it another note. When it's a dash down the bottom, there's no note being played. Let's just put some notes in here. So we've got a bunch of C's playing on the four on the floor. So hopefully you're starting to understand how this is working. You can see the notes across the top. We can rotate this. We can shift these at any time left and right. So we've got these shift buttons here. Let's start doing some shifting. We'll go to the right. Put in some more complex stuff in here. Let's go back one. We can shift the entire sequence up or down. We can change the length of the sequence down here as well by clicking on this and moving to the left to make it smaller and to the right to make it bigger. Nice. Pretty easy, yeah? You got no problems? Everything good so far? Let's just nick over here to our generator. So we've got a bunch of randomization stuff in here as well. Hi, Mi-03 Now, there are two sequences. We've got a sequence A and a sequence B. So we've got 32 all up, two sets of 16. And we can skip between these. I can copy A to B by clicking this. And now, clicking between the two, give us the same thing. We can copy B to A. So if I go over to B now and hit a random, that's an A. Let's go over to B and hit a random. So these are your random generators, A and B. So you can see clicking between them is pretty fat, isn't it? Damn. We need to get some kicks in here. And you can generate A and B together. So over here is your generators. Generate A, generate B, or generate A and B together. Let's do an A and B together. So if we now click between these two. But you'll notice, currently, it's only playing A. It's getting all the way to the end and just coming back to A. Alright. This is where we can extend this and choose A, B, or 3 A's and a B. So let's do an A and a B. And then you'll notice it gets to the end, goes over to B, comes back to A. Now if we do this last one here, this is 3 A's and a B. Pookie! What's going on, Pookie? Good to see you, Pookie. And Secret Legacy, hello. So now you notice this is doing 3 runs of an A and then heading over to the B. Let's do another generate of both. So good, man. Okay, we can decide our scales. Now, if you've got these little arrows here, it's a little bit finicky. I'd like it if you could hold down and maybe a little menu would pop up. That'd be cool. But you can see there's a lot of scales. Mixolydian, Lydian. And you can go through your scales here. Let's just do a major. And you can choose a random root note. So you can choose your own notes as well. Is it just tapping on it will take it through, so single taps. So now we're in a root note of A. We can change these to mid highs. Right, so this is set to high at the moment. I feel like I'm in a video game. Change it to a mid, do a generator for both of these. So that's back to low, let's do a mid. And we've got a density here. So we can randomize the density, which controls the accents and the envelope follower. So it'll add in different, random bits here. And we can turn this up and down for density. Let's go back to low. All right, now we've covered these notes here. It's a fucking fat sound, isn't it? Now we haven't even touched the filters or anything. Damn. Right. So, with each note, we can change the octave. So I'm going to change. Let's bring this back up to an A. So you can hear that first note. Let's just make this just an A sequence. Or we can go all the way down. So you've got a whole bunch of octaves here as well you can fart with. And when you hit the randomization, this randomizes all of the octaves here, right? Bypass at any time, gone. Turn it back onto sequencer, we're off again. Okay, let's talk about the waveform. So, shapes. We can blend between a sawtooth to a square wave. We've got a nice little glide down here. So we can turn off that glide, bring it in a little bit. We've got a distortion. Now we've got 3 banks of distortion here, an A, B, and C. So you can swap between these. You could also go in here and set these distortions. I'm pretty sure. So all the parameters are open in this. So you can go in and, set your little MIDI controllers to whatever you want. Good stuff. So with each of these banks, you can decide whether to have a pre or a post or the distortion off. Let's put on a pre, bring in some drive. Now we're not hearing anything because we don't have the mix up. If we pull down this level a bit, let's bring in the mix. So we've got total control over this drive. We've got a tone. High pass filter. Low pass filter for the drive. And as I said, you can do this post, pre, and you can have 3 of these, yeah? I'm pretty sure. So if we click, is it right? A, B, or C? Maybe not. It's early. Let's take off the distortion. We have A, B, and C distortion types. Thank you. Sorry. See, my head's spinning because of the updates. I forgot a simple thing. So different distortions. Let's bring it back in. Yeah. There we go. That's pretty nasty. That sounds like I walked into my grandmother masturbating. Ouch. All right, let's generate some stuff. Oops. Okay, let's talk about the filter because we got a cut off. Of course we do. We got a resonator. You can't have a cutoff without a resonator, can you? We got an envelope mod. We've got this lovely accent. So this will give you a little bit of extra resonance. I'm just going to skip down here because we got some acid as well. There we go. We got an attack and a decay. So that, you know, that attack's going to smooth it out. Nice. Bring that waveform back. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, now we got some 303 going on. Let's send this down for a second. Let's throw in an LFO. And let's get some movement going. So we're going to add Rosetta. And just going to send this over to here. Going to go into our parameters. Make sure this is all connected. And let's go into our filter cutoff. Turn it on. I think it's number 13. Lucky for some. There we go. So now we've got a bit of LFO action going. We can control that LFO a little bit. It's a little bit wild, isn't it? We'll tempo sync it. We can slow it down a bit, yeah. Now you guys know I don't make electronic music. You guys know when I first started this show 4 years ago, I didn't even know what a filter was. I'm a metalhead. But listen to this thing, it sounds rad, doesn't it? Let's throw an LFO on this acid as well. Why not? Hey Dean Thomas, what's going on? Thanks everybody for joining. If you can hit the like, it helps. So I think we got a 15 for this LFO. There we go. We got our acid moving now. Let's go in and tempo sync this, bring it down a bit. Should we change the shape? We'll go do a sample and hold. I'll probably do a, fun stuff. It'll go back to a sine, why not? All right, so we got our little acid, giving us a little bit of fun. All right, we've got an amp envelope as well. Now, there was one change. I thought there was anyway, because it's all different looking, the output had an ADSR, so we've got an amp envelope here now. And we got an envelope follower down here as well for all of these notes too. Yeah, I'd like some acid too. No, some DMT would be better. Let's randomize this. So we've got an A and B happening here. It sounds pretty rad, doesn't it? So pretty easy to just throw some stuff together. You can change your root note, make sure your stuff's in scale so you can't fuck up because all the notes are in scale. You don't need to know anything about music, do you? We're at our halfway point of the show, folks. You know what time that is. We used to run an ad randomly. We used to let YouTube control the ads. They just randomly put them in. You'd get served them all at different times. But now what I do on the channel is I manually run the ad halfway through the show so everybody gets at the same time and we can come back and nobody misses a thing. So I run the ad and you can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube premium subscriber or just skipping the ad and coming back. And during this time, while people may be getting served an ad, I get to tell you what's coming up on the show. Tomorrow is Mother's Day here in Australia. So just be aware, Mother's Day is a day later for you outside of Australia, and I'll be doing a live performance for the mums. Mother's Day performance for the mums, singing a whole bunch of songs for mums. So that should be fun. Big week coming up of stuff, let me tell you. Yeah, so much cool stuff coming up. We got the rant happening this week where I'll be talking about the future of iPad. They just released the brand new iPads. Are they good? I got a lot to say. So I've been an iPad user since day one, watched the changes and seen where they're going, and we'll have a rant this week. So that is happening on Sunday US UK time, Monday Australian time. What else is coming up on the show? Really excited about this. Been waiting for it to come out on iOS for so long. Scalar EQ. It is a musical EQ. It is so beautiful. I can't believe it's taken somebody this long to create something this wonderful. So we'll be taking a look at this week. And then, yes, of course, it is happening. Logic Pro is being released this week for iOS with the huge new updates, and I'll be taking a look at it before Pete Johns. Pete Johns is doing a 4-hour marathon on this. I'm doing an hour show on it. I'm not spending that much time on it, but Logic Pro is happening. Plus, another big release happening this week that I can't show you right now, but it is happening this week. Really big news, and that will happen too. And as I said, we're interviewing Savannah Woods also. So lots of great stuff. Also, I think this is happening too. KA Mini Percussions. It's a Chinese percussive instrument pack. It's super cheap. It's like $2 or something. It's ridiculous. So if you ever wanted to use all the Chinese drum sounds that are in GarageBand, this is your app. Those sounds and more, so much more. All right, let's bounce back over to this thing. Okay, where was I? So we've got some presets as well. So let's talk about the presets. We'll look at the swing and this accenting and the envelope follow-up. We'll come to that next. Let's go through some of the presets. As I said, when this dropped, it had no presets whatsoever. So it was a little bit like, oh, really? Nothing to play with? Being somebody who knows nothing about this kind of music, I was disappointed, but Daz, who's here with us today, has been awesome enough to make this look heaps better for, what is it, $2.99? Ridiculous price. He's added some presets. Let's have a look at him. Hey. Yeah. It does help, doesn't it, Ed? It made me really happy to see some presets. Now, I've still got my my LFOs running over here. Yeah. Stinky. There's some squeals. We love some squelching. Granny. Damn. So this is the random preset. Sounds like me after a night on the booze. On the invalid stout. Let's take off that LFO. Holy shit. That was like the brown noise turned up to 1,000,000. So we've got a swing in here as well. Let's give it some swing. So it goes up to 50%. So you can see it's a little bit behind. Yeah, got that swing to it. We can take it in the minus as well. Just a little bit of swing. Extremely uncomfortable. That's what this show does. You come along, you feel extremely uncomfortable. You need to go take a big fat and yeah. I bring the dump. That's it. I don't want that. What's going on? Bringing the dump, man. Let's add an LFO to this resonator as well, just for fun. I don't know what I'm doing. What's this, 17, I think? Hey! So it reshapes as well, nicely. Nice reshaping. All right, something I haven't covered is the arpeggiator. So you can connect your keyboard to this as well and hit play. So now you notice it's set to arpeggiator. And it doesn't play until I hold down a key. So how does that work? Let's explain it to you. So it's still working the same way. So the sequence is still running, but it is controlled by the keys that you play here on your keyboard. Let's do it again. Let's go up really high here. Damn. So you can flick between the sequencer and the arpeggiator, or just bypass it altogether. And you may just want to play it. Right? So if you've just got it set to bypass and you've got your keyboard connected, let's take out this resonance. So many options with this thing for what, $2.99? It's a ridiculous price. It will go up to $3.99. I'm not sure when. It went on sale yesterday. It got a huge update today, just as the sale went up. See you, princess. You got a skedaddle. No, I don't know anybody else who uses that word skedaddle. It's an amazing word. It should be used more often. Now, if I hit play here, let's just take out the drums. Now, because I've got the LFO playing, but I've got it set to bypass, I can play notes, and it's going to, the filters are still going to affect it, yeah? Yeah, that's the shit right there. Awesome. So I think I've pretty much covered everything that's in this. It is exactly what you expect it to be. Sounds like a 303. Yeah. You can shift your notes, scooch around. You can change the length. You've got two sections, so 16 in both. You can combine them to play A and B, one after each other, or A, B. You can copy these back and forth. So I might like B, but I want to copy it over to A. So notice here, these are both different. I can head over here, press B to A. That will now make both of these exactly the same. You've got generators for both A and B, or A and B together. Choose your scale, bunch of scales in there. Your root note, you can scooch around as well. And you can see that changing here, yeah. You can individually change your root note, change your mid-highs. You've got generators all along here for your accenting and your envelope follower. Where am I? So your accent triggers an accented note. Use the accent control on the filter to decide how much this affects the sound. Yeah. So and your you've got your envelope followed or mod. I guess it used to be called mod. So this alters the way the notes slide are played. Without this, tied notes will slide smoothly from one frequency to the next. If you enable it for a step, slide to it will re-trigger during the next slide. So that is the envelope follower down here. Look, you know, Pure Acid is really popular here on iOS. It's a little bit costly, but if you wanted to get into using a 303, you've never really done it before, this is the way to get into it. It's $2.99 and you're going to have a blast fucking around with this thing. Yeah, it's really lovely. I reckon we're done. Yeah, I reckon we're out of here. I reckon we are. I reckon we're done. Let's get out of here for the day. Nice, a few minutes early. Awesome. Run over the price quickly one more time just so you see it. Remember, look for the happy face. There it is. Big happy face, Mi-03 Bassline. If you are a Patreon of mine, there's a couple of copies that will be given away on the Patreon live stream tomorrow. So that'll be up after this show. Thank you all for hanging out today and spending some time over here on the, Saturday morning here, Friday for the rest of you. Lots of cool shows coming up, lots of new apps, lots of fun to be had on the channel. As always, again, thanks for your support and all that jazz. We are going to go out with today's featured artist. And who is that? It is Vero, and this song is absolutely fucking mint. I like to call it a diss track. You call it what you want, but it is just so good. This is one of my favorite Vero songs she's just released. It's called The Pretender, and her links are up the top of the chat. You can go and check out her channel, check her out her music on all the streaming services. That's all up there for you to have a listen to. This song is just absolutely awesome. All right, let's get it ready to go. Thank you to our developer, Daz, for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel and throwing me a code and some giveaways. You rock, and what a great update. That's fantastic. This is Vero and The Pretender. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together and stay awake because we're gonna ya.